What's up guys, Winter Kills here and welcome back to, after I think 3 weeks, another Synchro Fusionist deck profile. I actually made one small change to the main deck, and you'll see that pretty early on, and I tried to make some innovation in the extra deck, and that really didn't go over too well, so we'll talk about that when we get to the extra deck, but right now we'll jump into the main deck and start with the monsters as usual. So as you probably see there at the very top, we got triple Synchro Fusionist, main card in the deck. Anytime it says the graveyard for the Synchro summon of a Synchro monster, obviously you could search a spell card that has the word Fusionist name or Polymerization. Basically searches your Instant Fusion, your Refusion, and your Brilliant Fusion. Definitely a really good setup off of cards like Tatsunoko. Just really good to go into a level 5 Synchro. Obviously Tatsunoko being a 3, this being a 2, easy way to go into Librarian or an Accel Synchron, or obviously if it's something else in your field you can sync up to a higher level. It's just a matter of getting this thing in the grave through Synchro summoning and getting that search, because it basically searches you some of the best cards in the entire deck. Next we're playing not 2 but 3 Power Giant. This is one change that I made, and I actually cut a Hat Tricker for this third Power Giant, because I think with one thing that I can say with the past few weeks of playing this deck a whole lot is that I just don't feel like there's enough discard outlets for cards like Level Leader, and I wanted to change that by way of putting a third Power Giant in, because I feel like I don't see Power Giant enough. I feel like I never ever see Power Giant like in any of my opening hands, and it's weird because this is a really good card. It's really good to get your, like I said, Level Leaders and Graves, your Plague Spreaders, Trick Clown to Grave if you haven't already gotten it there by way of, Brilliant Fusion, Glow Up Bulb, Recover, Jet Synchron, even if you haven't sent there by Accel Synchron. It's just a great card, and since it can modify its levels, it definitely helps to make some Synchro plays. And I found that more often than not, you don't really need the Hat Tricker, especially with Seraphaknight giving that extra normal summon. It kind of makes its special summon effect pointless. I don't know, I wanted to make some changes to the main deck, so I think 3 Power Giant is the way I'm going, and I think I really like that. So we got triple Level Eater. Like I said, best card in the deck. If you want to win games, you want to see this card. As simple as that. Just being able to see this card just allows you to make stupid plays. And that combos really well with Uni-zombie in our zombie engine, which involves 2 Uni-zombie, Plague, and Mezuki. You want options for its second effect to send from deck, these being the 2 best. This lets you recur your Plague Spreader without using its own effect, or a Uni-zombie if you need it, and it just allows you to discard your Level Leader to the grave. Opening these 2 cards is like an instant Librarian. It's just an amazing combo. Definitely a worthwhile investment in the main deck. Now we have our cards that we're playing mainly just for the Brilliant Fusion targets. There's 2 Lazuli, 1 4-made Trick Clown, and 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. We're playing this just because we need another light target, and it's just a good E-tele target as well. Another thing I wanted to do, is speaking of innovation in the main deck here, is I wanted to play Galaxy Serpent, because if you send this and Galaxy Serpent to the grave off Brilliant Fusion, this will allow you to add Galaxy Serpent back to your hand. So level 2 light tuner, pretty good synergy. I was thinking about adding that in, but wasn't really too sure yet. Haven't had that much time to test it in real life. I'll definitely be trying that out soon though, because I've been playing around with that. I've been using this card in Galaxy Serpent in Photons, because I've been playing a Brilliant Fusion engine in there, and it's just worked out really well, being able to add a free level 1 tuner to hand, especially when you get an extra normal summon. So it doesn't really hurt you in any way. Dr. Frankederp, just E-tele-able Upstart Goblin. Lose your next draw phase next turn, but that doesn't really matter too much. Junk Synchron and Dopple Warrior. This card has come up a lot recently, just because, off of, if you're going off of obviously this, it's a free summon. If you're going off Norden, whatever Norden brings out, it's a free summon. Even Baxia, whatever it brings out, free summon. Accel Synchron bringing itself out, anything, it just helps out a whole lot. Alright, so moving on, for our level 1 tuners, we play 1 Glow Up Bulb, 1 Synchron Resonator, 1 Recover, and 1 Jet Synchron. Probably some of the best level 1 tuners in the game right now that we have easy access to, at least in this deck. Glow Up Bulb, Synchron Resonator. Basically, if you control a Synchro monster, you just special summon out for free. You got your recover, you can get that out through tele and your Jet Synchron. Basically, you just search it off of your Accel Synchron, sending it to the graveyard. Basically, gives it you instant access to it. That's it for the monsters. We'll get these out of the way here. Quite a lot of monsters. It's just monsters and spells in this deck, no traps. Don't really need to play traps in this deck. 3 Brilliant Fusion. Amazing card. Basically, the heart and soul of the deck right here sets up a whole lot of plays. If you open this card, it's bound to be a good turn. 3 De-synchro. This card's amazing. Now, speaking of innovation in the extra deck, I really wanted to cut Baxia and Yazi for a Ancient Fairy Dragon and maybe even 2 Ancient Fairy Dragons. I don't know, just something else in the extra deck, just because we don't need to worry about using Baxia to reuse our Trish since we have De-synchro. But obviously De-synchro isn't always a guaranteed, you know, if you have Trish on board. If you use the level eater monster for that Trish, this card is pretty much useless because it's going to come back as that original level, and you're not going to be able to make Trish just by like putting those cards back in the grave again and, you know, synchro for Trish again. Which was kind of why I was hesitant of cutting those cards. This card just has other uses than just Trish and putting that back in the extra deck and Trishing multiple times, more than 2, 3 times, even 4 times in a turn Trishing. Just because this card is nuts, depending on how quickly you see it. It's really good for, you know, re-synchroing into formulas, drawing more cards, and to just a lot of cards. Putting stuff back on the field that you can use to make other cards with. It's just very, very helpful card. 3 Instant Fusion to complete the fusion targets. Well, I should say complete. We do have the refusion, but definitely want to max out on Instant Fusions. Double tele, definitely want to max out on those still. Soul Charge for the one-ofs, and we got Foolish. There's the refusion. 1 for 1, and lastly the one Upstart. Basically took the place of the 3rd tele. A little consistency has never not helped. Yeah, it was really easy decision to what put in place of that 3rd tele. Is like, you know, we'll just put the Upstart in there. So for the extra deck, starting off with probably the heart and soul of the extra deck, triple Sideframe Lord Omega, help go for the hand loop. 1 Trish, and then we're playing Baxia and Yazi. Basically, you go into this, and then any level 1 tuner to go into this. Spin the Trish back. You have to be careful you go into Trish first before you go into this, or else you're going to miss its effect. And then you spin the Trish back. You pop like a use Brilliant Fusion or Refusion, and then summon out a Norden out of your grave, preferably because it does summon a level 4 or lower monster out of your grave once per turn. And that's the one thing that kind of kept me from taking out. It's not just when it's synchro summoned like through Trish. If this survives and you survive that first turn and you need to use this effect again, it's there. And that's a really good effect. And I have Ancient Fairy Dragon here on the side. I was thinking about cutting this guy, Stardust Charge Warrior, but I think the synergy with him and Formula Synchron is just too nuts to go into your Sideframe Lord Omega. There are a lot of other extra deck cards I was thinking about. I can't really think of them off the top of my head, but there are some other synchros out there that you can play in this deck that would help. I know some people mentioned playing Quasar for going second. I thought that was a really interesting idea, siding into like a Quasar based extra deck. Kind of go plant synchro on people if you're going second, to be a little more offensive in your plays. Any other like extra deck stuff, like even Crystal Wing, just for going second. But yeah, couldn't really make too many changes in the extra deck. Extra deck is pretty much looking the same as it's been for a little while, and it, you know, the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know, and might as well keep it the way it is. Accel Synchron and TG Hyper Librarian. Somebody recently just brought this up to me yesterday. I don't know why I never just read it on the card, is that you can only synchro summon this once per turn, and I always thought it would be a good... I think the one game I had de-synchroed this and then made it again later, and that was just a stupid play on my part. Totally not intentional. I never even knew that was a stipulation until I actually looked at the card. I always like thought it was just send this and decrease its level, increase its level, and, you know, whatever. Let bygones be bygones. 2 Tatsunoko. This card I always thought could be cut down to 1, but then I realized its importance of getting dead cards out of your hand for synchro summons. It's just too good, and I think I want to keep it at 2. 2 Formula. Thought about cutting Formula down to 1. That's why this one's here in the red sleeve. Formula down to 1 strictly because we have Charge Warrior, and Charge Warrior could be a decent replacement, allowing for use of this. I don't know. And I keep going back to Ancient Fairy Dragon because a free level 4 special summon, level 4 lower special summon isn't that bad. I think it would definitely be handy at some points. Haven't missed it though. It's not like it's been like game breaking without it. I don't know. Just food for thought, I guess. And then the last 2 fusions we play are 1 Norden and 1 Gem Knight Seraphaknight for the Brilliant Fusion, because we do need that. Very important. So yeah, that's it for the main deck and extra deck for Synchro Fusionist. I made 1 small change in the main deck by way of adding a third Power Giant. I think it's definitely really helpful just to be able to get that extra discard, especially when you can discard something like a Level Eater. And if you're going second even, I've summoned a Power Giant just for that 2200 attack, put in an attack position, help swing in for some damage. It's pretty interesting actually. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to get things in order here. We wrap things up. There we go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. I do appreciate all your support on these Synchro Fusionist videos. The last deck profile I think went up 3 weeks ago. It's already got like 2,500 views and like 60 odd likes. It's just incredible. Thank you guys so much for the support. Glad you guys are enjoying the Synchro Fusionist stuff. I am too. It's like one of my favorite decks of all time as of now. And glad I could make a little bit of change to the main deck. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Wanted to bring something a little new to the table. But yeah, as always, Winterkill signing out, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.